You can see our forward-looking statement and disclaimers. You can find this presentation on our website at Horizon Minerals and of course on the ASX under ticker code HRZ. Well, it's been a very busy time for us at Horizon. We recently completed our merger with Greenstone Resources on the 18th of June, not too long ago. So that put some logical assets together to build a resource base of 1.8 million ounces. And it's in a strategic land holding right here in the heart of the WA goldfields where we're sitting today. We have 1.4 million tonnes of processing capacity under contract over 2 contracts, and we're planning to get into production, so we'll be one of Australia's newest gold producers in the very near future. We have 1.1 billion shares on issue following the merger, and a market cap of around $42.5 million, with directors and management having some skin in the game. I also have $10.5 million in the bank and also in listed investments, and an EV of around $40 million an ounce. So that equates to an EV per resource ounce of around $22 an ounce, which is pretty good value if you ask me. Just looking at the management team, we have a very strong technical board and management team in the areas of geology, metallurgy, mining engineering and corporate finance. And collectively, we've got over 100 years of mining experience right here in the WA goldfields. We've had some recent changes in the leadership team. So following the merger, Peter Belby has stepped off the board, and Chris Hansen, the previous MD of Greenstone Resources, has joined our board. Also, we have great pleasure in welcoming Stephen Guy, who's as our Chief Geologist, to the management team. Stephen is a veteran geologist and mining professional, got great experience in exploration, res dev, and in operations. And where we're heading now, he's got good experience in startup of operations. So he's got good experience in multiple commodities, but also very strong experience in gold. So having a look at where we are, you can see our tenements are in yellow. We're surrounded, our tenure surrounds us where we're sitting here today, and also around the Coolgardie region in the eastern goldfields. So all of our tenure is on key geological structures, and as I mentioned before, not only prospective for gold, but also other commodities. It's a great place to do business with a lot of infrastructure in this region, and you can see on the map there's 8 gold processing facilities surrounding our tenure, which gives us great optionality with our processing. We're transitioning our projects into production, commencing with our Barara project this current quarter, and our Cannon or our Phillips Fine project in the December quarter. So we'll be treating those projects. The Barara project will be treated at Paddington Gold Mine, and we'll be treating either the Cannon or the Phillips Fine mine at Greenfields. So we look forward to working with our local business partners. Hampton Transport Services will be doing the mining at Barara and treating our ore at Paddington with Norton Goldfields, and also our Phillips Fine or Cannon project through FMR Investments at Greenfields. And just looking a bit more regionally, our land holdings are surrounded by the majors and other explorers and developers and prospectors in the region. Our land package is pretty significant. We have 939 square kilometres of tenure in this region. So we're the third largest landholder in the district, sitting only behind Northern Star Resources and Ora Banda Mining. And of our 1.8 million ounces, 50% of it is held in our 2 cornerstone assets of Barara and Burbanks. So we've talked about who we are and where we are. So what's our strategy? Our strategy is pretty straightforward. We want to develop value accretive small mining projects using the regional infrastructure in the area in this fantastic gold price environment. And we also want to demonstrate our operational credentials. So we have done mining in the past profitably and successfully. Secondly, we want to build strong cash flows and strengthen the balance sheet. And then we want to turn this cash towards our cornerstone projects, which will underpin a larger development for us so we can be a meaningful standalone gold producer. We also want to build and develop our project pipeline through brownfields resource drilling to replace the resource base as we deplete it, and we'll also look to pursue large discoveries through greenfields drilling going forward. So first gold production's imminent. Barara is the first production area for us, and it's underway right now, so we're mobilising and doing pre-production works commencing this week. So we aim to start mining in the second half of August, ramp up through September, and we'll be pouring first gold bars at Paddington in October. So I've got 14 months of mining at Barara and about 19 months of processing at Paddington. We also have a toll milling agreement of 200,000 tonnes with FMR Investments treating through the Greenfields mill, and that'll commence in the December quarter. So we'll be producing gold in the next quarter, and we'll be receiving cash flows from two sources. We're also looking at putting either our Phillips Find or our Cannon underground project through the Greenfields mill, and we look forward to producing gold for the years to come. So digging a little deeper on Barara. Barara is just a 15-minute drive from us here in Kalgoorlie-Boulder. It's fully permitted, it's FID approved, and the contracts are all in place. So this project has a resource of 428,000 ounces, and importantly 76% of it's in the measured and indicated categories. Another important fact is it's got 10.5 million tonnes, so it's a really good baseload cornerstone asset for us. And the toll treatment at Paddington is only 15% of the resource. And it can produce $30 million for us at a $3,600 gold price. The good thing is that 1.2 million tonnes we treat at Paddington doesn't deplete the resource such that we can't use this asset going forward for a larger development in the future. The strike length of Barara is about 2 kilometres, and the resource only goes to 200 metres depth. We've got holes 700 metres deep, and the mineralisation is continuous, so there's not only extensions available at depth, also along strike and also parallel to strike. With our toll milling agreement, in addition to the Paddington one for Barara, our 200,000 tonne capacity, as I mentioned earlier, we'll be starting to treat in November this year. We're looking at a number of options that we can treat here. I mentioned our Cannon development ready project that's ready to go. We're also looking at our Phillips Find project. And we also have some stockpiles at Barara, Kalpini, and also at Golden Ridge from previous mining. So we have lots of options to fill our milling capacity under that contract. Looking a little deeper at our Cornerstone Burbanks project, it's situated only 9 kilometres southwest of Coolgardie and is easily accessible by public roads. It's got a strike length of 4.5 kilometres. Historic production at Burbanks is 420,000 ounces at a very, very good grade of 10.9 grams a tonne. We've got drilling to 500 metres at Burbanks, but it only covers 30% of the resource. So we believe there's great potential to increase this at depth to 500 metres and beyond, and also along strike. The resource at Burbanks has got good potential to grow, and it's grown 220% in the last 3 years. So we believe there's great more extensions to come. We've done some preliminary work at Burbanks, so there's really good open pit potential at Burbanks South, at Burbanks North, and we've done some mine shape optimisations, also on the underground, which has really good potential to develop a narrow, high-grade underground mine. So looking at the mining pipeline, in addition to Barara and Phillips Find, we're getting other projects ready. We've got our Pennies Find project, which is an underground resource, 63,000 ounces at 4.6 grams a tonne. It's currently under study at the moment through a PFS. We also have our Kalpini project, which is having an ore reserve study undertaken by AMC Consultants, and it's showing really strong cash flows through the optimisation and design process. We also have our Phillips Find project. So it's a project with 3 existing open pits, and again, there's strong potential for 2 cutbacks on the Newminster and New Haven open pits in that area as well. And a Cannon PFS was done back in 2022. So it's a project that's already got an ore reserve on it, and we're currently ordering that project at the moment, and we've only got about 2 to 3 weeks of pumping to go, and that project is ready to develop from underground methods. So we aim to complete all these studies by the end of the year, and we aim to fill the pipeline going forward after Phillips Find and Barara. So we're mining 2 projects in the near future, producing gold on 2 fronts, but what we want to do is be in sustainable gold production. So we're building a pipeline with our projects that we just talked about to generate cash flows for many years to come. Regionally, we've got 15 project areas on our resource book of 1.8 million ounces, which gives us great potential to increase the resource base through brownfields exploration, which is the focus in the near term once we get cash flows from production. Although the goldfields are seen as a mature belt, we don't necessarily believe that perception. We've aggregated and picked up ground over the years, and a lot of it hasn't had modern exploration on it. And that has exploration on it, it's only to depths of 40 to 50 metres. So we believe there's a lot more potential to grow our resource base. With our substantial tenement package and geological knowledge, we'll also be doing a lot more greenfields targeting and greenfields drilling to find a new discovery in the area. Apart from our gold assets, we've also got 50% of the Mount Thirsty nickel, cobalt, manganese project, and we also have our Nimbus silver zinc project. So Nimbus is only 1 kilometre from Barara, or about a 12-kilometre drive from here. Nimbus has shared infrastructure with Barara, so we've already got offices in place, core farm, all of it on grid power. Nimbus is a VHMS deposit, and it's had 3.6 million ounces mined of silver previously by 2 open pits. It's got a high-grade core with great underground potential, and we see an exploration target beneath the underground that we plan to drill and grow this resource. So we'll undertake further studies apart from gold and also develop this high-grade silver asset. So we're mining this quarter with the aim to be in production early in the December quarter to generate $30 million at a gold price of $3,600 an ounce from Barara. We'll also be able to start up mining in the next quarter and processing through greenfields, so we'll be bringing in cash flow from 2 areas. We aim to continue to build the project pipeline with studies underway and looking at further processing capacity and development opportunities to be in sustainable production for the years to come. Thanks for the opportunity. The gold price is strong. It's a great time to become a gold producer. And if you'd like to learn more about us, please come and see us in booth 16.